Hi guys, so I was been working on strategies to try and get all this other drama and that behind us, but also to try and obviously look at the future now with Restore Britain and Advance and stuff like that, and to really look at some coverage on that as we go forward, and to see what the two parties were going to offer, and like that thing that I read out today. Perhaps we were gonna go in the right direction, and I was planning like a sensible person might, and I forgot that we're not in a sensible world. So I'm wasting my time. I seen some things today, and you must have seen the leaked. How did they manage to get that leaked? But the leaked voicemail of Ben Habib saying that Restore had gone full tilt racist. If you haven't heard that clip, it's doing the rounds everywhere. And I mean, what's he basing that on? I told you guys, didn't I? I told you it was Hunt the Racist time. It was Hunt the Racist, full tilt racist, based on and and there's me trying to make sense of their policies and break down the policies to you, whilst simultaneously they're online burying themselves. Um, and I actually spoke to someone about this today, and I said, and honestly, we had different answers, but I said, do you think they are actually sabotaging themselves to get this death over with more quickly? Because you'd think they'd be fighting for the party right now, and like Ben Habib, for instance, I've heard so many good things about him, but he seems to be either not up to the job of going through adversity, or he's given up because he's not hiding his contempt for anybody, which is not the best thing to be doing when you're a politician. He's saying some outlandish things, he's doing some outlandish things, and his previous history in the party suggests that he's capable of being better than that. So it's kind of like he's given up. Whether that's to do with the behaviour of other people in the party, or whether that's to do with him and his own responsibility, I wouldn't know. According to that other guy that left that party, it wasn't Ben's fault. But I have no idea. It's his party, so you know I can't speak to that. But what I can say is I'm sitting here trying to make arguments in my head for videos for you for all parties, and it just I don't know why I'm bothering, because it doesn't seem like Ben Habib can be bothered himself to even pretend to be trying to move forward, or even to pretend to be caring. He's just full scale contempt for Restore in a way that's not professional, in a way that comes across very bad, and in a way that comes across like he just doesn't care. And so I don't know if they're self-sabotaging because they're not interested in it keeping going. It's saying that if there's something going on behind the scenes, they know where they know it's going to close. So if that's why, but I feel like they're not going to be around unless something major happens, some major shift. Everything about their attitude at the moment says that they're being catty on their way out, because it is kind of all catty stuff. It's counterproductive for any political party. All political parties slag each other off, but not quite like this. This is more like a jealous girlfriend trying to get back at someone, and it's coming across like that. And it's really weird for a political party. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it, and it's just turning everybody off. So I can't cover. So what I'm trying to get is I can't cover their stuff seriously, unless or until they can survive long enough and get their shit back in order, and start talking politics. But at the moment, they're just they're not making any sense. They're not talking about any political issues. Even when they try, they end up making it attacks. And for me at the moment, I haven't seen everything they put out. For me at the moment, it's just, it's not viable for me to sit and talk about policy whilst they're on there doing the things that they're doing, because nobody that wants to run the country behaves the way that they're behaving and would expect to be voted in power. So that, again, if you want me to say why I think they won't be going, it's not that I'm a doom merchant or anything like that. They're acting like a party that is not going to be elected, because if they believed that they were, they wouldn't be doing some of the things they're doing now, because they know it would catch up to them in the future. That's what I'm trying to say. They're being short-sighted, which suggests that they've already given up. So if they've given up, then I've got no reason to have any hope in them either. And that's how it comes across to me. So I'll still be looking at the UKIPs of the world. I'll be looking at no, not Reform, never. And I'll be looking at, obviously, a Restore being the sort of favourite for me now, clearly. And look at all this drama and chaos and that I've been talking about, and then look at what drama and chaos has been going over on Rupert's side, which is none other than that which has been brought to his door. And you have a very serious set of two levels, I think, in the way that they presented themselves. Now, people are going to say, oh, but this person's better than this, and that may be true, but the way that they both presented themselves, Rupert's come out the clear winner. He's come out the gentleman. The other party's come across like the nasty party, like Conservatives. So it's how they've let themselves put themselves across. They're responsible for the time they spend on camera. They're responsible for the statements they put out. They put themselves in this situation. So again, I feel like they've given up. So let me know if you don't agree. If you do agree, I'd love to hear your feedback. Always do. Always interested to hear what you got to say. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Tom Fury. This is Zero News. Calling it a day for now.